Right, hello and good morning everybody. This is all a bit funny. We're starting to do a series of live videos to help explain some of the questions that people come and ask us when they come to look around the park. So forgive my lack of professionalism when I do this. I should just introduce myself. My name is Tracy Coulson. I'm one of the managers here, and obviously a lot of residents will know me. Some may not know me that well, and hopefully we have people that have liked our page that are thinking about moving to the Elms and have no idea who I am at all. So my job really is to just help run the park and help run the office, and we've got a cracking team of staff here that help us do all of that. But today what we're going to talk about is the difference between the differences in buying a park home as opposed to buying a bricks and mortar, because it is a little bit different and the legislation is slightly different and the process is a bit different. But I will also say I am not a legal advisor. This cannot be taken as proper legal advice. I'm just giving you an introduction to some of the things that you need to think about, and at the end of this video I will post up all the contact details and relevant government website pages to go to get all the information that you do need. So in a nutshell, when you buy a park home, you buy the home but you don't own the land. So that is the fundamental difference. Obviously when you buy a normal bricks and mortar property, you buy everything, the whole house and the land that goes with it. And you would use a solicitor and you would do searches, and there would be a whole process of things, normal conveyancing that we're all used to. And then at the end of the day, you get the deeds to your property and your land, and that is yours outright. And you can do whatever you like with it, unless you live in a conservation area or something like that. But when you buy a park home, you are entering into an agreement called the Written Statement under the Mobile Home Act with the park owner. So I would be a park owner and you could potentially be a customer. So you would come and look at homes available on the park, or choose your park, come and look at the homes, find one that you like, and then the process from that point is slightly different. There are three different processes. If you are buying direct from a resident, so obviously residents here would put their properties on the market and they would market them in the usual way, get some prospective customers come, agree a price, and then if that property or the agreement attached to that property is what's called an existing agreement, one that was in existence prior to, let me get the correct date, 26th of May 2013, so that was one that was in existence before the law changed, then you have a four-step process. So you can get all of this info, as I've said, online. But you would basically, first of all, fill out a buyer's information form, and that's where you and the person you're buying from exchange information. So you have your buyer's information form that is completed. You can do a survey, but it's optional. In our experience, not many people do, but it's something that you might want to think about. And there's all sorts of things like that you need to be aware of, like you've got 28 days to have all this documentation and things like that, but I'm just going to give you a really brief summary. So you exchange that kind of information, then you let the park owner know by giving him a notice of proposed sale form, and then he has the right to, or she has the right to object to the sale if they have rules regarding vehicles, pets and age. So we are an over 50s park, so if you were under 50 we could say, oops, sorry, you can't live here. Or if you wanted to bring dogs or cats with you, or if you wanted to bring more than 2 vehicles with you. But other than that, we've never had to object to any sale yet. So mostly they just go through, and there's a time period again there where we would approve, or not approve, but just say we don't object to the incoming person. Then after that, you would then do an assignment form with the person that you're buying from, and then there would be a Just scrolling down to see if I'm showing on here. Can't see me on here. Then there would be a form of assignment form that you would pass to the park owner once the sale had completed, and that's when you pay the 10% commission to the park owner. The 10% commission really is a return on the park owner's investment in the park. There's no profit element in the pitch fees at all, and some people think it might be like a selling fee because it occurs when a property is sold, but it isn't. It's nothing to do with that, and actually the incoming person pays it on behalf of the outgoing person, and it really does give our a return on our investment in the park. So if we'd got a load of money in the bank, we'd want some interest on it. We've put all our money in the park, so we need a bit of a return on that for us. The other scenario is if you're buying from a resident who has an agreement that was made after that date, May, I've forgotten it again, it's because I'm online, May 2016, then you would skip out telling the park owner. So basically you can just cut straight through to exchanging the information that you do in your buyer's information form, then go to assignment and then notify the park owner once the assignment's taking place. So that's pretty straightforward. Then the other scenario is obviously if you're buying from a park owner, which we are. So obviously sometimes residents decide to sell back to us because their circumstances are that they need to move quicker, or what we can offer is enough. We don't offer full market value, but we do offer good value for the properties, and that can be just what the resident might need, or it might be that it's beneficiaries of an estate that are selling a property and then they might consider selling to us. So if you're buying from us, then we just make sure that you get all the information that you need to have with regards to the specific property that you're buying. So there's quite a decent exchange of information. You'd get a draft written statement, or the written statement for your property prior to actually purchasing, and the idea being that you know exactly what you're buying, exactly where it is, exactly what the plot is, exactly how much it costs to live in it, what the park rules are, so that you're fully informed before you actually commit to purchasing a property. And then basically the completion date occurs by arrangement, and that's that. I would say probably 80, maybe a bit less % of people purchasing our homes use a solicitor. So again, that's something that is a bit different to when you buy a bricks and mortar. You don't actually technically have to use a solicitor, but it is strongly recommended that you do. And like I said before, we do have contact details that we'll post after this. There's a legal organisation called the Leasehold Advisory Service, Lease, and they offer free support for people that may be deciding to do it themselves or that just want some information anyway. And all the forms, and a really quite, well, I'm using it now, look, all my little highlighted bits. There's a really good buying a park home fact sheet that you can get from the government as well. It's available at gov.uk/government/publications/buying a park home. But we'll put all that up afterwards. So I'm actually, because this is the first time I've done this, I can't see that I'm looking to see if anybody's asked me any questions, but I can't see that they have. So, because I'm not showing on here for some reason. But as I say, this is the first time we've done it, and we're going to be doing more. And if you have any suggestions for any topics we would like to cover, then please do let us know, and we can make sure we include them on future live videos. So how long have I been? 10 minutes, that's not too long. But I think that's it in a nutshell. Thank you for listening. Bye bye for now.